In a recent tutorial on this channel, we built a website from scratch. And websites, when you build them from scratch, even if you use really fast themes like the Astra theme, which we used, they are just not fast when you're done. And this tutorial is about speeding them up again. We're going to do that using WP Rocket, which is my favorite plugin for speeding up websites. And if you have any questions for this video, please leave them down below this video. I try to answer every question I can. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Bjorn, all pass from WP Learning Lab, where we help you get better at WordPress so you can earn more for yourself, for your clients, and for your business. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And we're getting started right now. In a recent tutorial, we created this website right here. It's a nice little business website. We created all the pages that you see up here. It's not just the home page. We created everything. If you want to see that video, it's linked to in the description down below. This website is based on the Astra theme and the Busy Page Builder. Now, the Astra theme is really fast. I tested the theme speeds recently for all the popular themes. in WordPress. There's a link to that video down below as well. And Astra was one of the top ones. But once we start adding in all these things like page builders and images and buttons and fonts and all kinds of stuff like that, things slow down. This video is about how do we speed it back up. So let's first test the speed that we currently have on this site. First, we have to get the URL. It's not this in actuality. It is a funky URL in my Flywheel app that you see down below here. I'm just going to disable this, click on Enable for Live Link, and we get a URL right here. And this is, like I said, Flywheel, and it's an app that you can use locally on your computer to create websites on your computer before you put them live on the internet. And you can share this live link with clients, and they can actually visit the site, and that is your actual site that they can preview as you're doing your work, which is pretty handy. So if I click on this, it's going to open the site. Here it is right here. Now let's copy this URL and go to GTmetrix, my go-to website speed testing tool right now. Paste that URL in there, click on Test Your Site. So the site currently loads in 4.1 seconds, which isn't the worst I've seen, but it's nowhere near the best I've seen. And the page speed score is 82%, Y-Slow score 76%. You'd like to have these in the high 90s or 100% ideally, and your load time at 1 second or below. You can do up to 1.2 seconds I'm happy with, but below that you definitely want. And reducing requests is hard to do depending on what plugins and what services you use on your site. This may not be reducible. You can usually reduce the file size by having compression enabled. And I'm going to show you how to fix all of these things using one plugin. My favorite speeding up plugin, that is WP Rocket, which we're going to add to our website. So I'm just going to log into my WP Rocket account. This is my WP Rocket dashboard. Currently, it's not installed anywhere. If I click on websites, I see there's nothing here. This will list all the websites the plugin is installed on when you do install it somewhere. I'm going to click on Download WP Rocket. That will download to my hard drive. We'll go to our website and then Plugins and Add New. Then click on Upload Plugin, choose File, and the file we choose will be this file right here, which we just downloaded. Click on Open, click on Install Now, then click on Activate Plugin. And just by activating it, the website is already faster. Let's go over here, copy this domain, open a new tab so we can keep our comparisons straight. Let's run this analysis again. And having done nothing else besides install and activate the plugin, we're currently sitting at 100% for page speed score, 98% for Y-Slow, 0.9 second load time. The file size or total page size is a little bit lower, requests a little bit lower, and we haven't done anything with the settings yet. And do we have to really? That's a pretty good page load speed, but I think we can get it even a little bit lower. Let's head into our website again, go to Plugins, go to Settings, and then WP Rocket. And here we have the settings for WP Rocket. I'm not going to go through every single one. I've got another tutorial for that where I go through each of these options in detail for WP Rocket. I've linked to it in the description below and the card up above, so make sure you check that out. I'm just going to turn on the ones that I think will benefit this website. First, under cache, we want to make sure our cache is enabled for mobile devices, which means caching just means that you're saving a page on the server so it's not being loaded from the database. So it loads faster that way. I don't usually check this option, but it is a viable option to make your mobile device loading faster. And I'm going to click on Save Changes, even though I changed nothing at all, just in case. File optimization, I'm going to choose Minify HTML, which shrinks the file size. I'm going to remove query strings from static resources. And like I said, the other tutorial goes in detail what all these options are. I'm just going to turn them all on and see what happens. Minify CSS. Here's a notification, a warning saying this can break things when you minify CSS. So after you turn this on, normally you want to go and test the site to see if something broke. Because this is a site that we just built, and presumably this is before we deliver to a client, we can turn all these things on, and if something breaks, we can just turn individual ones off and go backwards instead of going forwards. Because when we turn them all on, there's a good chance nothing will break. So instead of doing it step by step, turning one option on, testing it, see if something broke, next option, testing it, see if something broke, instead turn them all on, see if something broke, and then go backwards. I find that saves a bit of time. Activate the minify CSS. I'm going to combine CSS. Hit the same warning, could cause problems. Optimize CSS delivery. Going to minify JavaScript. Same warning. Combine JavaScript. Same warning. Load JavaScript deferred. And enable safe mode for jQuery. Recommended. Save changes. And like I said, I'm not going in detail through every setting. There's another tutorial for that. Under media, I'm going to choose lazy load for images. Iframes for videos, replace the YouTube iframe with preview image, and then click on Save Changes. And that is all we're going to do, I believe. We're not going to go into the other options for this website. And now we're going to go and test this site again. So let's grab this URL and let's give it another go. So not much has changed. Got down to 0.8 seconds, and I believe this is up 2%. Let's see, 98, no, still 98. The requests have gone down, which helps with load time a little bit. So those additional tweaks that I made, they weren't really that important for this particular website. You'll find, depending what type of website you're working on, what type of functionality it has, different types of caching and speeding up techniques will work better. And in our case, when we first installed WP Rocket and didn't set anything, we got a great improvement, because first we were loading at 4.1 seconds and then loading at 0.9. It's nice to have these stats go from 82 to 100%, from 76 to 98%. That's all nice, but who really cares? What we really care about is the load time. And it went from 4.1 to 0.9. All we did was install the plugin, did some more tweaks, and it went to 0.8. And the page speed increase from 0.9 seconds to 0.8 seconds is not that impressive, because if I retest this one with all the options on could be 0.9 seconds. Could also be 0.7. And this one without the options on could be 0.7 as well. You'll find when you're speed testing a website that the speeds do fluctuate. But this one at 4.1 is never going to fluctuate down to 0.9 seconds. So installing WP Rocket did something, and it made our site faster. And WP Rocket, it is my favorite page speed plugin, but it is not free. Unfortunately, not everything is free. Not everything should be free, because they put a lot of work into this and it actually works. It's a proven plugin that speeds up websites like you just saw. And it's not expensive. If we go back to WP Rocket and head over to the pricing tab, we see for $49 for 1 year, we get support and updates for one website. And that doesn't mean you have to renew every year. You can buy the plugin for a year, but you have the plugin forever. You just don't get the updates after that year. So you could renew it every 2 years and spend $49 for every 2 years. And another thing, every Black Friday, every event possible, they give you discounts. And even inside my account, once you do have a license, they give you 50% discounts all the time if you renew early. So here it shows, let's see, let's click on renew now. Here it shows the price as $24 if I renew now, if I renew it early. So once you have the WP Rocket plugin, you get mad discounts. And I picked mine up on Black Friday last year and I got a mad discount. And so wait for the discounts is essentially what I'm saying. Let's go back out to the pricing. We have the single site license, 3 site license, and unlimited. Pick the one that's right for you and install WP Rocket to make your website faster. If you go to the link down below, it is an affiliate link. I do get a small commission from WP Rocket for referring you, and that helps me keep making these awesome videos for you and keep helping you get better at WordPress. So if you do buy through that link, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And that, my friends, is how we speed up websites. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure you click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Once your website is built and it's fast, you need to make sure it's not hacked. So check that out. And down here is the 10 most common security mistakes I see over and over and over again on websites. You're making at least one of those, so check that out too. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Until next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.